What's up, everybody? This is the Tourette's Trucker. Today we are going to touch on a subject that a lot of people are going to be offended. I'm going to make you mad if you don't believe in rational thought. If you look at things from a rational point of view, you'll be okay. If you're a snowflake, honeydew melon, whatever you want to do, if you're one of them libtard crybabies, you're going to be offended, so you might not want to watch the video. If you do, stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Yeah, make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night? Yeah, make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I'm back. I am back to work. I came back to work yesterday, but I was supposed to just do a short run, only about 20 miles from the house, and then come back for the day, and then I would have been off until about noon today. But they gave me at the last minute, when I was finished unloading there, another run to do. Had to run down to Savannah, go pick up something, come back up to Cartersville. Delivered 7 o'clock this morning. So I left all my cameras and everything else, and food and clothes and everything back at the house, because I was supposed to originally be home by noon yesterday. It's just going to be a little short local deal right down the road, and then I would have had to bring the trailer back until today. But I'll take the extra load. The extra load I need on the paycheck. Hey, that's extra money. I'm not going to turn down work when I have it. So, I got this one here. I'm running on up to a tank wash, go get washed out. Then I get to go to pick up my next load, headed down to Memphis. So, we back to work. And those of y'all have been paying attention to this Amhaud Arbery story, isn't this just one heck of a mess down there in Georgia? I live in that town. Lived there all my life, and just moved out of there April 2018 up here by Atlanta. So that's my town.
Turn left.
I actually know the guy, Roddy Brown, went to school with him. He's a friend of mine, and another guy, Steve Wendell. So we were 3 good friends. So I hate that he's going through all that. That's a shame. I mean, I hate to say what all this is doing for the town, but I will say I know firsthand the Glenn County police are corrupt. They are crooked. I know that from my teenage days. I will flat out admit it. I got in trouble with the police as a teenager. They lied. They did everything else. They violated rights. And the guy who was
Turn left.
the detective in that case, who fabricated crap, is now the police chief. I think he's the police chief. Matt Dorn, he was absolutely crooked. Held us as teenagers, wouldn't allow us to make a phone call for over 10 hours.
Exit right.
Pretty crooked cops down there in Glenn County. There are some good ones, but Glenn County is corrupt. So, you know, I don't put anything past Glenn County and what they're doing. They will stick up for their own. Not saying that's what the saying that the police are sticking up for them. I don't know the situation. I wasn't there. But, you know, it all does look suspect. It does make you wonder just what really happened. What all went down, what was covered up, what wasn't. Of course, you know, we don't have access to all the facts like the police do, the DA do, and everyone else. So, you know, we all can't make mad dash judgments, but, you know, word is possibly that he had a criminal history. I know some are saying that he don't, or some people are saying that he did. That's not for us to say for sure. I'm saying I don't know.
Exit right.
We probably never will know until it could be actually years before all this is finally settled. You just never know when it comes to the police. Glenn County can drag things out for as long as they want. Because they, as teenagers, they had us in jail, gave us an outlandishly ridiculous high bond that they knew we teenagers could never bond out of. Then they ended up revoking our bond. Me and a couple other teenagers that got arrested doing stupid stuff as teenagers. I admit I was a bad teenager, but I haven't done squat since then. So, you know, Glenn County police are bad. They do violate rights. I will say that. They do violate rights. I don't care what anybody says. I know firsthand experience they do. So, a lot of people aren't going to want to admit they got in trouble in the past, but I'm not scared to admit it. Yes, I did get in trouble as a teenager. And yes, I did get put in jail. And they held me there. You know, violated so many rights. It was insane how they operated things. So, you know, that's just a part of the town. So, for all you people that want to make it a racial thing, it's not a racial thing. Is there racism in the world? Yes. Just because it is a white shooting on a black person does not mean it is a racial thing. People say, well, they just went up and murdered the kid. Well, did they really murder him? Or did they see someone in a house and there were burglaries in the area? They see him in a house, and on the video shows him walking, not jogging through the neighborhood, walking, looked both ways, and then ran into the house. I mean, if you just want to go in a house and look, I mean, me and my wife have done that up here in our neighborhood because they're still building new homes in our neighborhood. So we kind of go in and look and see what changes they've made to the same model home that we have, the design that we picked out, and see things that they're not doing now anymore, things that they've added, or things like things that they've changed from what our house is. Of course, we did upgrades and changed things here and there, but some of the stock features they've taken out. So we like to look. So I can understand that, but we casually just walk in. We don't do it. Stop, look around, see if anybody's looking in all directions, which he was caught on camera doing, and then run into the house real fast. And then when someone says something to you, then you run away. I mean, that looks suspicious under anybody's eyes. And they did call the police about a suspicious person. So, you know, all these need to be taken into consideration. They didn't just roll up on white men, roll up on a black innocent jogger and just shoot him because he's black and he's jogging in the neighborhood. That's not what happened at all. And that is how a lot of you people are portraying it. That's how the Black Panthers are all down there walking with their guns. But y'all want to criticize the white guys with guns, but yet, why is it okay for Black Panthers to be walking through the neighborhood with guns? Why are y'all protesting the neighborhood when the two guys who committed the crime, allegedly, we'll say that, they're in jail without bond? So why are you still in the neighborhood? The neighborhood didn't do it. The two guys who are in jail. So if you want to protest what was done, Go to the jail, find out what window and room these guys are in, and protest out in front of their window. I mean, why are you protesting in the neighborhood, doing all these things in the neighborhood? The neighborhood didn't do it. They didn't have, like, call everyone in the neighborhood, hey, y'all, come on, we got some black guys in the neighborhood. Let's go mow them down. That's not what happened. They didn't get on a community bulletin, get on a megahorn saying, hey, there's a black guy in our neighborhood. Come on, every citizen in the neighborhood. Let's go out and shoot them. So why are you protesting the neighborhood? Why are y'all out there showing, I'm going to say it, why are y'all out there showing your ass in the neighborhood? The neighborhood didn't do anything wrong. If you have a problem, it's with the McMichaels. It's not with the neighborhood. I mean, y'all are causing more problems. Y'all are amping it up. And why do y'all amp it up? Y'all amp it up every time it comes for an election cycle because y'all Democrats want votes. The Democrats want to keep black people down because you need the votes. I mean, Joe Biden said it himself, trying to keep y'all in chains. The Democrat Party is the one who are trying to buy your votes, doing giveaways. What do Republicans say? We want freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to go choose what doctor you want, not be forced on a certain plan, a certain doctor, not be forced to go to this place here, not be forced to buy insurance. I mean, Republicans want freedom of choice. They want everybody to get out and get a job and work for yourself. Go out and get a job, be productive. Don't live off the government, because what the government gives you, the government can take away at any time. I mean, whereas if you go out and have a job, work for a living, well, okay, you're working, you're earning your check. Unless you do something drastically wrong, you're going to keep on having a check. Unless the government kills the economy. But if you're on government money, government can shut you down anytime. And then what are you going to do if you don't have a job? I mean, you know, Republicans just want to keep everybody working. It's the Democrats that want to play the race card, try to amp everybody up every election cycle, want to get pit the blacks against the whites, because the average black person, some of y'all may get mad because I say this, the average black person doesn't take the time to do their studying. They'll find it was actually the Republican Party that first seated black delegates in Congress. It was the Republican Party who fought for the civil rights. It was the Republican Party who did all the Democrats shot civil rights down every single time. The Republicans are the one who pushed for the civil rights bills, not Democrats. Democrats are all for social programs. What? Government programs to give you something. Whereas the Republicans say, hey, once you work and show some self-respect. That's what we consider it. We consider if you get out and earn an honest day's living, it don't matter if you're sweeping the floor. You're earning an honest wage. That's respectable. Someone who just wants to sit on the house and say, I'm going to go out and have me 5, 10 kids and you're going to pay for them. And there's a lot of white trash out there to do it too. There's a lot of white trash that sit there on all this government assistance and shouldn't be getting it. Perfectly capable of working, but live on government money. So this ain't no white and it ain't a black thing. I'm just telling you, government wants everybody dependent. But if you look at Candace Owens, you look at Brandon Tatum, look at David Harris Jr., I mean, there's a lot of blacks out there who are trying to tell y'all, look, wake up. The government has been playing y'all. And that's exactly what's happening down in Glenn County. Y'all are, everybody getting on emotion. This was a black hate crime. It's not a hate crime if you see somebody look around and then run into a house and you call the police. Police can't get there faster than you can get there because you're right there in the neighborhood. You're a former police officer. As a former police officer, I'm sure he knows the response time to his neighborhood. So, you know, you can kind of look at things from a whole bunch of aspects, and you really need to look at the whole picture of all of this. and stop pitting blacks against whites, browns against, colors. It's not a white or black issue. It's a right versus wrong issue, and it's let's wait for the facts issue. I got off a tirade off Brunswick and this and that, went on Blexit. Hey, look up Blexit, B-L-E-X-I-T. It's a black movement to get away from the Democrat Party. People are starting to wake up, realize the Republican Party, Trump has actually done more for the blacks than Obama ever thought about doing. Obama was all this right here. Lip service. What did he actually do? Did blacks actually gain under the Obama administration? Or did you lose? Was your unemployment higher under the Trump administration? Or was the black unemployment higher under Obama administration? Mexican unemployment higher under Obama or higher under Trump? Higher under Obama. Y'all need to start looking at policies, and start thinking about things, looking at all the facts. That's what we need to do when it comes to voting for a president, what we do when it comes to making our mind up of what happened in Brunswick. We all need to sit back, take a chill pill, wait for all the facts to come out, because more stuff is trickling out slowly and surely about this case. So, everybody needs to sit tight, wait and see what happens. Don't run off emotions. And that's what all of this was triggered. It was triggered by emotions. You saw a video, you got emotional. Oh my gosh, they gunned this guy down. I mean, there's videos out there right now, which I actually saw one this morning, that shows this guy sitting on a bench. This little kid walks by, a little toddler walks by. All of a sudden, this guy goes and runs up and grabs this kid. And the lady's chasing after the guy, trying to grab the guy. Then it shows the camera view from the opposite side. And it clearly shows we need to look for all the facts. Camera view from the other side, this little girl was walking right towards the edge of the road. This guy was running, trying to grab her and scooped her up because she almost stepped down right in front of a car that was coming down the road. That's a perfect example of what just happened here in Brunswick. You need to wait until you get all the angles of all the details of this case before you make a rush decision, because looking at that one angle view, you swore up and down this guy was trying to kidnap this little toddler. But he was, because he looked like a thug, and that's how they portrayed it. They wanted to portray it that way to make him look like some kind of, thug, make it like he was kidnapping a kid. But that's not what happened at all. So that's why getting all the facts are important. So y'all, I just want to say good morning. I hope everybody's coronavirus free. I hope everybody's back to work. I hope you've been able to feed your family. I'm glad I'm working. Glad I got this extra load yesterday. I just delivered this morning, so that helps out. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who actually watches my channel. Hopefully you'll share my videos, like the videos, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Anyway, that's my little rant for this morning. I just figured I'd throw my little 2 cents out there on it. I'm sure I'll get some hate mail on it. That's fine. Brother gets a lot of hate mail on his Facebook page. A lot of others get hate mail, but we're looking at it from the whole picture. We just need to, before we make a rush decision to say they murdered this kid, we need to wait for the whole thing, because like I say, there's things saying he grabbed for the gun. To me, it does look like he charges over and tries to grab the gun from the guy. If someone's got a gun, why would you run forth to them? You would be running away from them. If you see somebody with a shotgun, you're going to run away from them, not aggressively run towards him. So let's all wait for the facts, y'all, until we get all the details and everything comes out. Let it play out in court and see when everything's revealed. So anyway, y'all take care. Peace out. Love you, Catherine. Miss you already. And I hope all y'all have a good day. Peace out.